Most people think confidence is something you're born with. They believe some people just have it, and others don't. But confidence isn't personality. It's not volume. And it's not pretending you're okay when you're not. Real confidence is quiet. It shows up in how you speak to yourself when no one is listening. In what you do when there's no applause. In the choices you make when quitting would be easier. As we move into 2026, confidence will separate people more than talent. Because talent fades when pressure rises. But confidence holds. Today, we're breaking down 10 daily habits that don't just boost confidence temporarily, but build something deeper. Confidence that survives failure, silence, and doubt. Not overnight, but permanently. Habits you can actually practice. Not ideas to admire and forget. Habit 1. Keep small promises to yourself. Confidence begins with trust. And the most important trust is the one you have with yourself. Every time you promise yourself something and break it, your mind records it quietly. You don't hate yourself for it. You don't scream. You just stop believing your own words. That's why confidence collapses slowly. Think of someone who always says, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow comes. Nothing changes. Now compare that to someone who says, "I'll do 5 minutes, no more." 5 minutes happen. Momentum follows. Confidence doesn't come from intensity. It comes from reliability. In 2026, stop asking, "Can I do everything?" Ask instead, "What can I consistently do yourself this year?" Now here's the fix: smaller promises. Not, "I'll change my life." But, "I'll walk for 5 minutes." "I'll write 1 paragraph." "I'll drink water when I wake up." Confidence returns when your brain sees evidence that your words mean something. Each time you follow through, you rebuild internal trust. And confidence is nothing more than self-trust repeated daily. Practical step. Every morning, write 1 small promise. Something so easy it feels almost silly. Then do it no matter what. This is how trust is rebuilt. Confidence doesn't come from ambition. It comes from reliability. Habit 2. Stop over-explaining yourself. Over-explaining is fear in disguise. People explain to avoid conflict. To avoid judgment. To avoid being misunderstood. To avoid disappointing others. But here's the truth most people never hear: the more you explain yourself, the less confident you appear, and feel. There's a subtle insecurity hidden beneath long justifications: "Please understand me." Confident people don't rush to be understood. They're grounded enough to let others misinterpret them. There's a quiet maturity in saying, "This is my decision." And stopping there. In 2026, where everyone has an opinion and a platform, confidence grows when you resist the urge to narrate your life. You don't owe everyone clarity. You owe yourself alignment. There's a story of someone who declined a job offer. Instead of writing a long explanation, they said, "Thank you. I'm choosing a different direction." Silence followed. No backlash. No disaster. Most over-explaining is based on imagined consequences. Confidence grows when you realize, you don't need permission to choose yourself. Habit 3. Move your body to stabilize your mind, very deep. By 2026, most people are mentally overstimulated and physically disconnected. Too much sitting. Too much scrolling. Too much thinking. Not enough movement. Confidence collapses in stagnant bodies. When your body doesn't move, your thoughts loop. Doubt gets louder. Everything feels heavier than it should. Movement interrupts that loop. Not for fitness. Not for aesthetics. For regulation. A slow walk resets perspective. Stretching releases stored tension. Breathing deeply calms the nervous system. There's a reason people say, I feel better after I move. It's not a placebo. It's biology. Your body sends messages to your brain all day. When you don't move, the message is, I'm stuck. When you move, the message becomes, I'm capable. This is why people feel clearer after movement, even without solving any problems. In 2026, confidence belongs to people who use movement as medicine, who don't wait for motivation, who move even when they feel low. Movement reminds you, I am still capable. I am still in control. Habit 4, protect your mental input. Confidence cannot grow in constant noise. Too many voices create confusion. Too many opinions weaken identity. If everyone has access to your mind, your confidence will always feel unstable. In 2026, clarity is power. Limit inputs. Choose depth. Protect silence. Your inner voice needs space to exist. Social media trains comparison. Comparison trains self-doubt. Most people don't lose confidence because they fail. They lose it because they compare unfinished lives to polished moments. Confidence returns when you curate what you consume. If everyone has access to your mind, your confidence will always feel unstable. Think about this, who are you listening to daily? Who benefits from your attention? Confidence grows in silence and selectivity. Practical rule. Fewer creators. Longer content. More silence. Stop consuming everything. Habit 5, do one hard thing daily. In 2026, don't wait to feel ready. Act first. Confidence isn't built in comfort. It's built in friction. In 2026, comfort is everywhere. Food, entertainment, distraction, escape. But comfort never asks who you are. Discomfort does. Each time you do something hard, a difficult conversation, a task you're avoiding, showing up despite fear, you collect evidence. Evidence that you can handle pressure. Evidence that fear doesn't define you. Confidence grows from this proof. Think of someone who avoided something for weeks, and then finally did it. The relief. The clarity. The confidence that followed. That confidence didn't come from success. It came from action. Habit 6, interrupt negative self-talk. Your internal dialogue is the foundation of your confidence. And for many people, that dialogue is brutal. You're behind. You should be better by now. Others are doing more than you. These thoughts feel true, but they're not facts. They're habits. Confidence grows when you stop believing every thought that passes through your mind. A simple rule, if you wouldn't say it to someone you love, don't say it to yourself. You don't need blind positivity. You need fairness. In 2026, become aware of how you speak internally. Your confidence depends on it. Habit 7, present yourself with intention. How you show up externally influences how you feel internally. This isn't vanity. It's alignment. When you neglect yourself, your confidence receives the message, I don't matter. When you care for your appearance, even privately, you reinforce dignity. Clean clothes. Intentional posture. Presence. One man once said, "The day I started dressing like the person I respected, I began acting like him too." Confidence follows self-respect. In a chaotic world, order builds confidence. Small acts of care stabilize identity. You don't dress well for others. You do it to reinforce who you are. When you treat yourself with care, your brain updates its self-image. I matter. That's confidence. Habit 8, stop comparing timelines. Comparison is not occasional, it is constant. You wake up and see someone younger doing better. Someone else launching something big. People announcing wins with confidence. And without realizing it, your mind begins to whisper, "Am I late? Why am I not there yet? Did I miss my chance?" This is one of the quietest confidence killers. Because comparison doesn't scream, it erodes. Confidence comes from self-trust. Comparison replaces self-trust with external measurement. The moment you start measuring your life with someone else's clock, you lose clarity about your own path. Think about this. You don't know their starting point. You don't know their support system. You don't know what they sacrificed. You don't know what they're hiding. Yet your brain treats their highlight as evidence against you. That's not truth. That's distortion. Two people can start at the same time. One gets visible results early. The other builds slowly. Years later, the second person is stable, skilled, and confident. While the first is burnt out, lost, or stuck maintaining an image. Confidence matures when you realize, speed is not the same as direction. Instead of asking, "Why am I behind?" ask, "What am I building? What skills am I developing quietly? What foundation am I laying that others can't see yet?" In 2026, confidence comes from accepting this truth: some seasons are invisible. And invisible seasons are often the most important. Habit 9. Reflect instead of escape. Most people don't lack confidence. They lack processing. When something goes wrong, the instinct is to escape. Scroll. Binge. Distract. Numb. Escaping gives short-term relief. But long-term confusion. Confidence grows when you understand yourself. Not when you avoid yourself. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, pain feels pointless. Mistakes feel personal. Failures feel final. With reflection, pain becomes information. Mistakes become instruction. Failure becomes direction. Confidence is not, "Nothing bad happens to me." Confidence is, "I can handle what happens." Have you noticed how some people go through a lot, yet remain calm, grounded, and self-assured? It's not because they're lucky. It's because they process instead of suppress. They sit with questions like, "What did this situation teach me? Where did I ignore my intuition? What would I do differently next time?" This turns chaos into clarity. At the end of the day, ask yourself 3 questions. What challenged me today? How did I respond? What did I learn about myself? That's it. No journaling marathon. No perfection. Just awareness. Over time, something powerful happens. You stop fearing mistakes, because you know you can extract value from them. That is real confidence. Habit 10. Show up even when no one is watching. This is the foundation of unbreakable confidence. Confidence is not built in public. It's built in private. When no one is clapping. When no one is validating. When no one even knows you tried. Every time you show up anyway, you send your brain a message: "I can be trusted." In 2026, attention is currency. People are trained to perform only when watched. To act only when rewarded. To stop when feedback disappears. But confidence collapses when it depends on visibility. Unbreakable confidence comes from internal consistency. You do the work because it aligns with who you are, not because someone might notice. Think of someone who trains when no one is around, studies without posting about it, builds quietly, improves privately. That person walks differently, speaks differently.